Hello folks, welcome to Ventures. We're going to be doing something relatively new today. We're going to visit a new hotel and give it a good old review. To get ourselves along, we are going to be using the train at this station. They seem to be pretty frequent, to be honest. Journey time, according to ScotRail's website, is 19 minutes. One thing I would like to say is I regard this episode a working holiday, in which, although I'm at the hotel and chilling and that stuff, I've still got a work shift to do, so we're combining that amongst with this, so it's nothing like a bit of excitement now. I would have provided you the iconic scene of coming up the escalator in a girl street. However, the up escalator at the time of recording was actually knackered and getting a service, so unfortunately that's all you see. But you can almost see what I'm trying to talk about. And up the side of Marks and Spencer's is where our hotel is. Every city seems to have had a degeneration, but ours has been quite hard. A little bit of information about this hotel. Now, the name Revolver is actually pretty well known as a bar, but only recently they have opened a hotel, and the hotel provides all sorts of accommodation, like the hostel type accommodation, hotel accommodation, and luxury hotel accommodation. So yes, it seems to be ticking all sorts of boxes at this point in time. There's a motorbike. How nice is that? Anyway, but yeah, I'm here to give things a test. The only thing I will say is I don't like this £50 deposit type thing. I've come across it only once in my years of hotelling. I just don't really like that. It's quite a big chunk of money to give to someone and then receive it back about 4 days after the booking. You know, Premier don't do it, Travellers don't do it, Independents don't do it, so why? But ultimately, I think this is going to be a really enjoyable, comfortable hotel experience. So there are bars just on the ground floor, and Revolver is one of them. So it's quite good, you know, if you were actually wanting to get absolutely friggin' leathered, you can actually get leathered, stumble up to your hotel room without having to get on buses or trains or taxis or whatever, get steaming, and then just slide up into your hotel, and here we are. It certainly does say really good things about the relationship between the lift engineers and the landlord to have lifts still having control panels like this and being original itself. It is really something else, because quite often lifts get upgraded generically every 20 years and the character within the lift suddenly just rains away. But it's really nice to see original paint on the doors, nice floor there, but all around it's really nice to see something go so well. The Very Fast Room Tour by Andrew Vannon. Right, first of all, this is all the room contains. I did ask for a room with a WC. I don't know exactly what happened, but I will check my browsing history before kicking up a storm about it. But anyway, very small room. I would say that is a double bed, right? And people may recognise where we are. There we are. So that's that. Fancy lighting. Now, question is, some hotels, if they provide you a bottle of something like fizzy water or water, but once you drink it, it costs you. I don't know if this is the circumstance, I'll find out later on. Interestingly enough, condoms, earplugs, can't imagine what that's for, but hey, we've got a telly up here. We'll find out if it's for you or not in a second. Don't worry, the room isn't dull, it's... There we go. Some lighting. Now, the most important question. It's a smart telly. Wow. Let's check. It's taken a long time to boot up.
Listed former pub.
If they did say on the internet, they could provide what I call an IPTV service. But you see here, I'm pressing the Netflix button.
Basically synonymous with Suffolk.
No. Right, so let's try that one. Prime Video button, press this time out. Nothing. Okay, so where is the TV guide button on this? There we go, find that. Right.
There are 4 pubs, each of which occupy a listed building. In fact, of the town's 130 listed buildings, many have
Usual Freeview channels, that's what I can say. So what I'm going to do is, we've seen enough telly to make ourselves a boat. So yeah, so this is the end of the room tour. The interesting thing you can see from my bedroom window is people getting their gyros cashed. Talking about edgy, eh? I'm just realising how potentially painful this could be. Right, let's say 3 o'clock in the morning, you wake up busting for a shite, you jump out the door, go to the communal toilet, and you've left your bloody door key in the room. And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake! Emotional damage! Checking into this hotel was quite interesting because I thought I had done everything online, but they send you a link in the email and they ask you for random specific things like the front page of your passport, the page that contains your ID, and quite a few other questions that can make the process a wee bit clunky for just staying overnight in a hotel, you know, compared to other hotels. And then when you get up to the place to collect your card, and after collecting the card, finding the actual room is quite difficult, and the kind of floor plans aren't the most brilliant to read. Yeah, I'm glad to be in. I wonder what they're here for. A balloon in a pocket. A wee security issue I noticed off my room. You can actually hear it didn't close properly. Didn't even close in any capacity. So, I have to keep reminding myself if I'm leaving the hotel room. Well, that's me just out of the shower, the communal shower. On our floor there's 3 showers. The first one I went into was absolutely Baltic cold and wouldn't heat up. The next one I went into didn't heat up, but the shower head had been pointed towards the door, so yeah, a bit of a fright. And the other one, the middle one, it hit up and the water temp was quite nice. The only downside of the showers in these places is the fact once you press the button, the water comes off 5 seconds later. So, right, the journey starts to take me to work. Now, what are the parameters I'm going to be rating out of 5 per parameter? That hasn't been quite decided yet, but I think during my working shift, as I do my thing, I will start thinking about, each area out of 5. The score might be thought of tomorrow morning, especially after the sleep that I should be able to have. You can say whatever you want about Glasgow, but this part of the town near George Square always looks fantastic this time of year. Right folks, so the plan is get first bus number 4 to where I work. Fun fact, we actually used to have first bus number 4 until the journey got cut by half. Right folks, well, I describe myself as a lucky boy because when I got up to the end of Gordon Street where it meets Hope Street, there was a bus at the bus stop. I looked at the back, 4, and I thought, should I run for the bus? I don't agree with running for the bus, so I just calmly, safely crossed over. There was still a queue to get on and I got on with him, so that's not too bad and it's all good. Well, to be honest, I wanted to switch things up for the return journey back into town. This is Glasgow's subway. Very famous, very likeable, very fast. Due to the bedroom having no toilet facilities or even a basic sink, I had done something that got me water for brushing my teeth and doing the morning shave. Without all the sentimentality, this was my room. What even? Kids, don't do drugs. Hi folks, thanks for watching. The next episode will be in approximate range of the 15th of December. I'm just keeping this outro quite short because we're going to be giving the ratings for the hotel. They'll be up on the screen right now. And until the next time.